Welcome back to the show. And we're in conversation today with a very phenomenal young woman. Her name is Dana Rajub, and she's just 22 years of age. Of course, her family is residing in Syria, and she's going to give us a bit of a take on what is happening there. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you so much for joining us on News and Views this morning.
Walaikum salam. Thank you so much for having me. This is such a historical and emotional moment for me and for all Syrians everywhere. Witnessing a dream of freedom finally come true is a victory we have all longed for. I'm very honored to share this moment with you.
Let's talk about what led to the overthrow of President Bashar al-Assad. I mean, we know you've been going through a serious issue for over 50 years now. It's been a very long time. And I think everybody's been looking forward to that particular sense of freedom, shall we call it?
Yes, of course. This moment was actually shaped by years and years of resilience, courage, and persistence. The Syrian people demanded justice and freedom while never wavering in our commitment to give up or to change. So it was a very long years of waiting to this downfall. As you said, like more than 50 years we've been waiting.
What led, give us a bit of an overview of what led to the events of this dramatic change in this leadership.
Right, so it began with peaceful protests years ago, set by a desire for dignity and justice. Over time, these protests evolved into a nationwide movement. Um, those key movements included international pressure, strategic military defections, and civilian efforts that all disrupted the Bashar's regime. The final change in leadership was a collective action, if we may call it, of citizens and soldiers standing all together against the oppression.
Mm. Dana, talk to us about, I mean, your family resides there. Talk to us about the situation right now in Damascus. What is it like right now? And we're seeing that there's different factions that were actually involved in this. Talk to us about how the feel is right now.
Right. So the streets of Damascus, Homs, and Syria in all are very alive with celebration and hope. I mean, as we see, it's a new dawn for the city. It's in and its people. Syrians are very in hope and in trust that the future holds a better place for all of us. I mean, we've been waiting for this moment for over 50 years, ever since this regime came into place. The people was completely against it. So for now, the tone and everything on the streets are very happy and joyous, if I would say.
Are they looking forward to a new leadership?
Yes, definitely, 100%. They are.
What is the role of the military and the other key factions in this shift? Have they, of course, they, we know they came and of course assisted with that.
So the military actually played a significant role in facilitating this change by choosing justice over oppression. As we saw, like even those military, they are finally freeing prisoners, and we are finally witnessing women, kids, and men finally brought back to their families after years and years of being missing and being imprisoned for being innocent. Definitely something they have never they didn't do. So the military actually played a significant and a big role in the downfall of the Bashar's regime.
I'm sure this has meant a lot for you and your family as well. I mean, I know you're residing in South Africa, but what is the feel with your family about the situation there?
So the mood is overwhelmingly joyous, with everyone expressing relief and happiness. While there is a small there is a small I would say there is hope for a better future. I mean, my family and I, everyone, even my family in Syria, we are all hoping for a better future. We are all expecting to see better stuff, because we have been under oppression for over 50 years. So definitely a positive shift, I would say.
What impact do you think this will have on Syria's relationship with the international community?
This moment reshapes Syria's global standing, offering a fresh opportunity for engagement and collaborations.
Mm. Are countries like Russia, Iran, and the West reacting to these developments? Have you seen that?
Yes, definitely. So the reactions are very mixed and uncertain right now. I would say the allies of the old regimes like Russia and Iran are recalibrating their strategies, while the West, they are expressing cautious optimism. There's definitely a clear shift in tone. We see it from confrontation to a potential collaboration as the world sees Syria's next steps.
Joining hands, Salam Media. Humanity sets the agenda.
You know, it's a wonder how kids get anything done these days. With all the distractions, when do they even get time to study? As a mother, all I can really do is make sure they have all they need to perform at their best. That's why I choose to include Sunfoil, triple refined pure sunflower oil with every meal I make. Naturally cholesterol-free and approved by the Heart and Stroke Foundation as part of a balanced eating plan. So whether I'm cooking, frying, or baking, I know every dish will be a wholesome one. Sunfoil, now we're cooking.
Discover the Africa of your dreams and surround yourself with her spectacular beauty. Relax beneath her serene sunsets and explore wildlife at its natural best. It's where the pride of Africa comes together. The Kwantu Private Game Reserve. Get to know the big five or cruise on an elephant safari game drive. Interact with lion and tiger cubs and enjoy world-class halal cuisine while we pamper you during your 5-star stay. Indulge in the true African experience. For reservations, call now on 042 203 1400 or visit kwantu.co.za. The Kwantu Private Game Reserve, the place of gathering.
Valley's Motor Spares. We supply motor spares and accessories for all makes and models of motor cars, LDVs, bakkies, trucks, and earth-moving equipment. We deliver on time, every time. Please contact us via WhatsApp on 014-592-0925 or call 014-592-0925 or visit 28 Zinderling Street, Rustenburg. Remember the name, Valley's Motor Spares.
Connect and stay ahead with Salam Media. This is Salam Media, coming to you live from South Africa. Breaking stereotypes, moving boundaries, joining hands. Salam Media. Humanity sets the agenda.
Welcome back to News and Views with myself, Nafisa Dango, and we're live with Dana Rajoub. Definitely talking about the fall of Bashar al-Assad and unraveling the forces behind his downfall. And she's giving us a bit of a take of actually what is happening down there. Does the overthrow of Assad offer hope to the Palestinians?
Absolutely, 100%.
Yes. You know, we've seen such a major shift here. How has the overthrow of this previous prime minister influenced the Palestinian cause? Does it provide any hope for greater solidarity or a shift in regional dynamics that could benefit Palestinians, particularly in terms of diplomatic support alliances or opportunities for resistance against Israeli occupation as such?
It will definitely give the Palestinians a great hope for victory over the enemy Israel, and determination. And we actually we saw we saw the Palestinians in Jerusalem, Al-Aqsa Mosque, celebrated Syria's victory. There's actually a Quranic ayah I would actually add on to say, it goes to say فَإِنَّ مَعَ الْعُسْرِ يُسْرًا, with every hardship comes ease. So definitely the downfall of Bashar will definitely give hope to the Palestinian and to Palestine as a whole.
You've been in touch with your family, and what are their thoughts on this? I mean, I'm sure you've spoken to them after this whole incident has taken place. What is the feel like for them being in the situation that we're in? And, you know, we know things have now taken a drastic change as such.
No, definitely. I've been in contact with my family in Syria ever since the last 2 weeks when things started happening. They weren't feeling in a good place. However, with time, we didn't see this coming, but with the grace of God, this did happen. So my family are they're very shocked about of what happened. However, all Syrians, including my family, are very eager to rebuild and to relive in Syria. So definitely.
So this has given them definitely a lot of hope. What do you see in the new regime, in this not regime, should we say the new president, the new prime minister? Do you have that hope that you can see the differences taking place, and of course, seeing a better future for Syrian people?
Definitely. As I mentioned before, prisoners are coming out of prison, and they've been staying there for like years and years. Like some of them 50 plus years. They've been in prison. Some of them have lost their memories and stuff like that. So seeing them being free and all of that. So definitely, the change of leadership will bring more hope and more brighter future for all of us Syrians staying in Syria or outside Syria.
hmm and of course, definitely the unity of the families coming together, which
Yes,
is a definite shift for everybody, giving them that hope that they'll be together
yes.
and be able to look at that future, as you're saying. What message do you believe this sends to the Syrian people and the world?
This message is very clear actually. It gives resilience and unity. Can overcome anything, even the darkest moment, even when you think there's no light at the end of the tunnel. Trust me, there is. Syrians have gone through a lot. So seeing this from being a Syrian or non-Syrian, this is a strong message for everyone to take. As I said, resilience and unity can overcome anything and everything.
How should the Syrian people view these events in terms of hope, change, and fear? What do you see them doing? What sort of things do you see going forward?
So Syrians should see this as a trump of hope and change. It's time for rebuilding and healing. It's a moment to dream for a better future for us Syrians. However, for the world, this is a reminder that the power of collective action and the possibility of a meaningful change, even if we face difficulties.
Yes, and it's having to start from afresh,
Yes,
having to get into that. Yes, that definitely. But I think it's the unity of the people that have come together that has
100%.
actually led to this particular event taking place. And what are the thoughts of you about the overthrow of this president?
All Syrians, we have been, we have been waiting for this moment to happen ever since this regime came into place. I mean, my grandparents and all Syrians, if you have a conversation with them, they have been all waiting for this moment to come. And with the grace of God, this moment finally arrived. So, me personally, I see this as a brighter future for Syria and all Syrians around the world. I mean, we have been going through operations since 50 years ago, and it's not being documented enough on social media and on the news to raise awareness. So this is definitely a strong shift, and I hope all Syrian people can heal from what they've been through.
And, we know that estimates about 16.7 million people in Syria require humanitarian assistance, as we know. The situation has been dire, and I think this is the time for the turnaround to happen, where aid can come in and people can get assistance to be able to start off afresh, as I said earlier.
Yes, definitely, definitely. Syria is in need of urgent aid right now. I mean, people have been going through a lot, and for the past 2 weeks, Syria have not been in its highest. I mean, they've been bombing in tanks all around Syria. So there's lots of the hospitals are very very packed with many people. So hopefully, I hope with new leadership we can actually receive aid from neighboring countries, because remember with Bashar's when he was in place, Syria couldn't receive any aid from any of the neighboring countries. So hopefully now with the new leadership we can receive aid and help and assistance from other people, so Syria can shine again and excuse me, and we can rebuild it.
Dana, you left Syria as such. Talk to us about your experience. Why was it that you were forced to leave Syria?
I mean, my family and I, we had to leave Syria for a brighter future, and for education purposes. I mean, Syria at that time wasn't. I mean, they were bombing every single way. I mean, we lost our 3 houses in Syria. So if we didn't have to leave, I mean, I wouldn't know what could have happened to us as a family. But I thank God that I am now in South Africa seeking education and hoping to go back one day.
Inshallah. And I think that's what it's about. Is you came there to try and create a second chance for yourself, but also many Assyrians have been left behind there, having to face the issues. And I think this was the time for them to just take the stand and do the turnaround. What does it mean for you? Do you see yourself going back to Syria now that the inspiration is there and things have changed?
Yes, definitely. I mean, who wouldn't want to go back to their own country and rebuild what the damage have been done? I mean, definitely in the future when I do get my education and all of that, we as a family plan to go back to Syria and rebuild it. I mean, we if we don't rebuild it, we as Syrians, who do we expect to rebuild Syria?
I agree with you. What message do you have for the people out there at this moment in time?
Um, I would say unity over everything. Once you are united with your people, once you guys are on the same page, it is a strong message, and it nothing can come in between. So definitely, resilience and unity are something that you can't change. You can't overcome if unity is there. And I would like to actually close off by saying an Arabic poem. It goes to say: إذا الشعب يوما أراد الحياة فلا بد أن يستجيب القدر. If the people ever desires to love, then faith will answer their call.
That's very impactful, I must say. We would like to thank you so much for joining us on the show today. What words would you like to leave us with?
I mean, I left the message.
Yes, I know that, but I just think the excitement in the Syrian people is what I'm seeing now going around, and I suppose it's given them, like you said, they've overcome that fear. They now have that resilience, but besides the resilience, we would say they have that hope for the better future.
Of course, every Syrian, all of us, I mean, we all have a hope for a better future. So definitely, all Syrian people are very optimistic about the future and what the future holds. So hopefully, it is for the better.
What can the international community do to be able to assist the Syrian people to rebuild? As you were saying, it's starting from afresh, it's having to rebuild. I'm sure people would like to play a part in it to be able to assist with that particular change.
I mean, yes, definitely. Right now things are very uncertain. So don't really know how exactly things are shifting forward. I mean, with the new leadership, everything, there's new rules put in place. So we are just let's watch and see what is happening in Syria. As I said, with the new leadership, we are expecting new things and new rules, new leadership. There's lots of things coming into place.
What are the people's thoughts on the new leadership?
I mean, people are right now. The people are very happy, I would say. However, there is uncertainty in Syria because in change of leadership isn't that easy. So definitely uncertainty.
I suppose it's that change now and having to just wait to see what we're going to do going forward. I want to thank you so much for joining me on the show today. I'm wishing that, your family and the Syrian people can now start moving forward in some way. Thank you so much for joining us. That was very insightful. And we really appreciate you taking the time out to join us on News and Views. Assalamu alaikum. And that was Sister Dana Rajoub giving us a bit of a take on the issues. As we know, Bashar al-Assad has left and Bashar al-Assad has left Syria and penning out the issues there that are going on. But you see this major shift happening. And I think this has given the people some form of, as she says, uncertainty, but also hope that particular place will be able to be rebuilt and giving the people a chance, should we say, a second chance at life. So stick with us. We'll be back with you in a bit.